Well, good evening, YouTube channel. I figured I'd show this off. It's not exactly a full prepping video. In fact, it's not even really equipment. I picked this up at my significant other's community college school in the bookstore. It's handy to have for prepping. It's EMT, Emergency Medical Technician Quick Study. Just a way to briefly go over a few things. You know, I'm not an EMT, but it's nice to have these bits of information on standby. If you ever are considering, wanting to learn to be an EMT or just take your medical skills or even your first aid to a whole nother level. This is not in any exclusive order, but this only cost $5 in their bookstore. And I was picking her up a periodic table of elements and a little study chart on chemistry, and I grabbed this when I saw it. It's a pretty nice little item. Never know when you might need a certain item. And having this information can also save lives. If you are in the process of trying to prep, this is always good to have handy. Another item I picked up is this. Yes, I'm a gamer. And hey, I like coloring books, but for this one, I'm not going to do any coloring in it. I like the graphic arts. So I'm just going to flip through this briefly. This only costs $3 in my local Dollar General. It's nice. A little something handy to have. And I also couldn't help but notice that another review video got posted by Dalp. Yeah, we all know that egregious moron who's just a copycat of a copycat of the locksporting community, if you want to call it that, who also would like you to believe he knows German. Well, gar nicht eine Schneehole und du bist ein Arschloch. Flicken durch Stück Steisen Daup. Now let's see if you really know any German, or profanity for that matter, as you like to claim on your video. And no, I won't repeat myself, and part of my pronunciation might be, well, old traditional German, but that's because I learned from an American soldier who was stationed in Germany for a little while during his 22 and a half years spent serving the United States Army. I hope there are some gamers out there who do like classic video games or retro video games. They are nice. And if you ever come across things like a coloring book, it's always nice to buy it if it's cheap, because you can always appreciate the art and the design that went into your classic games that you fell in love with as a kid. Personally, I didn't have a Sega growing up. I had a Nintendo and Super Nintendo. But I now have emulators on my phone, which come in handy and they're quite fun. And if you have Android phone, there's no reason why you can't get a few arcade emulators or SNES, Sega, Master System, Genesis on your phone and relive some of those memories. So, from Belmont to YouTube, I hope you enjoyed this video, viewers.